You'll find the link to AI Bitcoin Explainer Toolkit in the description and pinned in comments below. Most crypto beginners think the secret to winning is picking the next 10 times coin, but that's why 80% of wallets end up empty. What if I told you the real way to win is something almost nobody teaches you? Stay with me. In the next few minutes, I'll show you the exact framework I use to protect millions in volatile markets and the single rule that saved one investor from bankruptcy. In the next few minutes, you will learn a simple 4-step portfolio system for crypto beginners, the 3 traps that wipe out accounts, and one surprising allocation trick that reduces the risk without killing upside. I'll show you a real case where following these rules turned turned a near ruin into steady profit. And at the end, I'll give you a downloadable checklist to build your first safe crypto portfolio. And I'll reveal the one indicator almost nobody watches and why it matters. If you want jargon free crypto lessons that stop beginners from making costly mistakes, subscribe now. I post weekly guides that cut through the noise. You might think portfolio management is for later, but one single bad decision can destroy years of gains overnight. Imagine waking to a 70% drop and seeing your life savings vanish. Think of crypto like a stormy ocean. Trading coins without a safety boat is praying. Portfolio management builds that boat. Here are the core terms. Allocation is how you split funds, diversification is spreading risk, position sizing is how much you put in each trade, and risk tolerance is how much loss you can handle. Let me tell you about 2 traders. Trader A held 90% in a meme coin. Trader B diversified across BTC, ETH, and stable allocations. After a crash, Trader A lost 90%, while Trader B lost 25% and recovered in 6 months. That fear is real and preventable. Next, I'll show the exact allocation model I use for beginners and why the usual equal split is the worst trap. Don't miss it. Here's a system so simple you can remember it on your first trade, but it beats 90% of gut trading methods. Let's build the system live. Step 1, decide your time horizon and emergency fund and think of it like ladder rungs. Step 2, core allocation, BTC and ETH stable anchors. Step 3, growth allocation, select altcoins and blue chip projects. Step 4, risk allocation, small percentage for experiments, clearly defined stop rules. Core is 50% with BTC at 35% and ETH is at 15%. Growth is 30% divided among 3 to 5 projects. Stable or fiat buffer is 15% with stable coins and emergency cash. Risk or spec is 5% with tiny positions and strict stop losses. This setup gives you upside when markets explode and protection when they crash. It gives measured control, not false security. That peace of mind stops panic sells. But there's a catch. How you balance and set stops matters. Up next, the 3 mistakes that ruin otherwise smart portfolios. Most beginners don't lose to markets, they lose to these 3 traps. I'll name them and tell you exactly how to avoid each. Trap 1, over concentration. Meet investor A. He held 90% in one token with an anonymous team and locked liquidity red flags. After a rug pull, he lost 90%. Trap 2, no stop or plan. Imagine holding through a 50% drop, moving your stop loss lower every week. That's emotional death. Step 3, trap 3, fear of missing out, rebalancing. Jumping into new hype without trimming winners is dangerous. Rule: take profit systematically and sell 10 to 20% at each X% gain. These traps are ruthless because they prey on basic human bias, greed, and fear. The worst part, they are predictable. Later, I'll share a profit taking formula that solves trap 3 and one psychological hack to keep you from panic selling. You need tools, not prayers. Here are the exact risk tools I use and the free ways to implement them. First, position sizing using percentage of portfolio and volatility adjusted size. Second, stop loss placements based on technical levels, not arbitrary. Third, dollar cost averaging for entries. Fourth, rebalancing rules, calendar or threshold based. For example, rebalance when an allocation deviates by more than 25%. Rule: max loss per trade equals X% of portfolios. These tools don't eliminate risk, they hand you control. Control turns fear into decisions, not panic. Up next, the mid video secret that flips expectations, the allocation trick I mentioned earlier. Here's the trick most educators won't tell you. The best way to grow in crypto is not by constantly chasing 10 times bets. It's letting small bets compound while protecting your core. That 5% risk bucket is your asymmetric opportunity, but how you size it is everything. This tactic saved one trader from bankruptcy and helped him recover to triple his portfolio. Tools are useless if your emotions override them. Want a simple routine that stops panic selling? Try this. Daily, check macro headlines and portfolio health for 5 to 10 minutes. Weekly, rebalance or note positions that triggered thresholds. Monthly, review goals, tax implications, and reallocate. Psych hacks. Write decision rules down as a commitment device. Take a cooling off period for impulsive trades of 24 to 48 hours. Find an accountability buddy or join a Discord group. This routine turns anxiety into habit. Habits protect your capital more reliably than predictions. In the next section, I'll show how to handle massive crashes, the exact steps I take when markets plunge 30 to 50%. When the market collapses to 30% in a week, do you panic sell or follow a plan? Here are the step-by-step moves that protect capital and create opportunity. Step 1, breathe and stop impulsive trades. Step 2, check core holdings and are anchors intact, meaning BTC and ETH fundamentals. Step 3, use your stable or fiat buffer to dollar cost average into verified opportunities. Step 4, avoid adding to positions without a clear thesis and plan. Step 5, execute pre-planned stop losses only when rules trigger and don't move them on emotion. Meet investor B. He followed the checklist, used a 15% stable buffer to buy BTC at a 40% dip and doubled his return of investment later. Panic costs. A calm preset plan converts fear into advantage. Finally, I'll give you the biggest mindset shift that separates consistent winners from gamblers. The most valuable lesson is that in crypto, your portfolio management is the investment, not chasing the hype. If you master allocation stops and routine, you win more often than you lose. Master these and you will have the edge. That feeling of confidence, knowing a plan exists, is worth more than any lucky trade. It protects your capital and your sleep. If you want step by step templates for building the portfolio we covered and the downloadable checklist I promised. Hit subscribe and ring the bell. Every week I break down simple systems that save beginners from expensive mistakes. Join the community of learners who trade with rules, not hype. Before you place your next trade, watch the next video. How to read market indicators and track sentiment shows the signals I scanned before adding to any position. Click here to learn the exact indicators I use.